Anyways, everybody, thank you for being here on a hump day. It's going to be a great show. So happy to be back here as always. And as I say, it doesn't matter if it's a Monday, a Wednesday, a Friday, a Saturday, a Sunday, a hump day, any day of the week, there's always a lot of breaking news. All right, the very first thing I want to talk about is Aquaman 2, because Aquaman 2 is coming to Max finally, everybody. Finally, it's so fast. It's actually coming February 27th. On Tuesday, February 27th, you can watch Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, which made $433.5 million worldwide. Woof. Not as good as the last one. Of course, last one was in the billions. This one had a production budget of $215 million. It's not a big win, but honestly, I still think, what's up, Ron? I still think that it's, it could have been better. I watched the movie actually recently. I thought it was actually kind of fun. It was fun. It was a good buddy comedy. I don't know. There was a lot of cheesiness. At one point, Aquaman calls his brother Loki, which is like, all right, you guys, on there trying to do some insider, like, oh, we're DC versus Marvel. But it was still pretty fun. Good visuals, of course. And it was, I enjoyed it. And you know what? Honestly, unfortunately, you're not going to see another one. But you will see another of Five Nights at Freddy's, because Five Nights at Freddy's is going back into production for the second season, or second movie, I should say. And it's going to start shooting on July 1st in New Orleans. They're about to start going. And of course, Hutcherson came forward a long time ago saying, guys, it's happening. Of course, it made big bucks. It made $294.6 million at a budget of $20 million. I mean, that's a big one. That's a big one.
Yeah,
that's a huge
make a sequel to that then.
Oh, you got to know it.
Yeah,
They've made like 12 games already, so come on. There's a lot of lore and content to go in there.
I hope it's good, the second one. The first one I thought was all right, but I mean, it's just like Chuck E. Cheese stuff. But hopefully this next one's good. But big numbers for it. Just like big numbers for The Daily Show for the second week now with Jon Stewart returning. Now they made an extra 1.3 million views just on TV, not on digital yet, not on streaming. They're going to haven't released those numbers yet. They'll probably release them tonight. And they're saying it's actually beat Jon Stewart's last episode back in 2015 as the highest rating since then. So now he's conquered all of Trevor Noah's ratings, and he's doing really well coming back, and people seem to be enjoying him more and more. He made fun of himself. Yeah, I mean, right? He made fun of himself, though, too, about how people are saying that he's been attacking too many people and people didn't really like it. But the numbers show that it's working for The Daily Show. So he'll be here for the rest of the year, and we'll see what they do after that. But somebody else has been around for at least 2 more years in late night talk is Jimmy Kimmel, because Jimmy Kimmel recently said in an interview that he's talking about being done after his 2 years run up on his contract right now. He says he thinks that this is his final contract. And he says, I hate to even say it because everyone's laughing at me now, but each time I think about doing this, it turns out not to be the case. But I still have a little more than 2 years left in the contract, and that seems pretty good. It seems like that will be enough. So will Jimmy Kimmel step away? I don't know. He's getting sued for $750,000 from George Santos right now. So maybe if that doesn't work out too well, he'll have to keep working. But I don't think anything's going to happen with that. But he's not going anywhere. Beyonce is definitely not going anywhere, everybody, because Beyonce now is conquering the country charts. Now, yeah, this is a true thing. With her new song, Texas Hold'em, she has now reached #1, and she's the very first Black female artist to reach #1 on the country's Billboard's the hot country songs chart, which is crazy to me. I mean, it took this long for somebody like this to conquer this. I guess no one's doing country as well as Beyonce is doing it with one song. So now she's dominating that. And on top of that, too, she's also became the first woman to have topped both the hot country songs and the hot R&B hip hop songs list, too. So a pretty big win with Texas Hold'em. And it looks like she's about to show us her alum during this whole video too. If you haven't seen this, I don't know, but there's a lot of stuff happening with that. But also somebody else that's dominating everything these days is Disney. And of course, Disney now has been merging with a bunch of different companies, making a new sports channel, the sports streamer team up. They're calling with Warner Brothers, Discovery, Fox, and Fubo says, hell no, we don't want this.
It's not Fubo.
Yeah,
it's Fubo.
Let it go. Let it go, Mike.
I like Fubo.
It's different.
I like
Fubo's
Fubo.
a different enterprise.
Not anymore. No, it's the same.
Fubar. I call this Fubar. I call this
Fubu and Fobo.
Foosball. I call this foosball. Yeah, but Fubo, BB, they're mad. They're pissed off because, again, they're saying this is, again, a monopoly. And going forward, they have to stop this antitrust suit they filed against Disney and all the other players. And they're trying to stop this because they will reduce the competition in the market and will harm consumers. And also on top of that, they're seeking significant restrictions if it doesn't go through to stop the new streamer from escalating sports licensing prices with competitive reach. So they want to stop them. If they can't stop this, then they want to put a lot of restrictions on it. But we'll have to see how this plays out. Going against Disney is not the easiest thing to do. And maybe Fubo can do it. I don't know. Maybe not. We'll see. Because lawsuits come and go. But one lawsuit that kind of shook me a little bit and surprised me, but also did in little ways, is Kevin Spacey's lawsuit now against everybody there, from Netflix. And it's like, okay, we know that when his show ended on Netflix, House of Cards, that there was like a $31 million lawsuit because of production costs. What happened with Kevin Spacey's sexual assault allegations? They had to stop production, do rewrites, and they wanted to go after him for $31 million. So now this is finally closed now. Just ended. How much did he have to pay? $1 million. $1 million. And that's it after all is said and done. Of course, he has been winning most of his cases right now against sexual assault. And House of Cards producer over at MRC said that he's going to pay $1 million. That's their settlement. And Spacey is probably smiling about this right now. It really is. I mean, for someone like this to go from 31 to $1 million, I mean, he's got that $1 million, no problem. Then again, he hasn't been working for a few years. But I have a feeling this fool's coming back more and more and more. And I didn't like him in Superman a lot. I really did. But Superman Legacy also has a lot of drama going on right now. Well, some drama that, James Gunn's trying to clean up right here is because there was a comedian that came forward that said he was supposed to be in Superman Legacy, okay? But Sam Youssef came forward and he said he's supposed to be in Superman Legacy. But then he said he went on Piers Morgan and he started talking about the conflict in Gaza. And then he said, well, then they called me and said my character was cut. And so he's trying to say because he spoke about Gaza, that's why it was cut. Now, James Gunn came forward recently and said, hey, guys, it's not the case. As you can see right here is his ex. He said this is inaccurate. He was saying the part was cut before that he actually won this interview, and he's just kind of blown out of proportion, and it wasn't meant to be anything political. It was just a fact that didn't work out in the script the way he wanted it to. So unfortunately for him, he's gone. He's not going to be in the project. We'll have to see how this movie turns out. Again, I'm very interested about Superman Legacy. I'm also very interested about my Batman of my generation, Mr. Michael Keaton, coming back to be Beetlejuice, everybody, because Bat Keaton is now Bat Juice again. I guess.
Bat Juice, I like it.
Bat Juice. Yeah, let him be bad.
I don't want to know where that came from.
He's a Bat Juice again, everybody. He's Bat Juicing it up and having a great time, apparently, because he was coming forward talking about how the Tim Burton situation went down. And he said they had a big discussion beforehand saying, we don't want to go all CG with this. I don't want to do that. If we're going to do this, let's do it right. Let's take it back to basics. Let's do special effects makeup. And him and Tim Burton were very much on board for that, too. And so they went into the thing. They started shooting it. They said, it's so exciting. He said to actually see a shrunken head on set and how exciting it is to actually seeing people like when they look at it and they perceive it and the way it shoots, it's just better. And he said he had a blast doing this because they decided to go back to practical stuff as opposed to sticking to a lot of CG, which is what they do most of the time. But you know what? I think Bat Keaton's gonna be great in this. I would also love to see him in Batman Beyond because there was an idea for Batman Beyond with Bat Keaton training a new Batman, and that got scrapped. But there was also this idea too for Batman Beyond, where one of the artists from Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse came forward and said that he was pitching an idea to Warner Brothers about doing a Batman Beyond. They have a bunch of concept art out there. You can find it too. This is one of the pieces they put out there. And they had a pitch, and everyone's saying there's not going to be a Batman Beyond. No way. They're not going to do it, whatever, which is dumb. I think it'd be the best freaking thing ever. Batman Beyond is smart. You take the older Batman like Keaton, you train the new one, you add fucking technology. It could be really exciting. It could be a great concept, a good futuristic Batman movie. And they just want to do it. Well, this was going to be an animated version, very much in the frame of Into the Spider-Verse, Cross Spider-Verse. Of course, he worked on that. Probably a lot of the same animation style. And they actually got in the room and they got to start pitching it. And they said before it was going to be a hard no and turned into a maybe. But then James Gunn took over. And now they've been kind of starting over. And he says they've been working their way up. Him and his partner working his way up. And they're actually getting closer and closer to pitching it to James Gunn. So this might be something that still happens. And I'm about it. Even if it's animated, let's start with there and eventually get that live action version because I'm saying Batman Beyond is awesome. I used to watch Batman Beyond. Yeah, Richard Tracy. It was so good. I watched it too. There was a movie version I loved so much as well. Batman Beyond is fucking sick. And you know what? I got to tell you, somebody else would be a good Batman villain though too. Would be Hannibal. And Hannibal wants to come back for one more season. That's right. Mads Mikkelsen wants to come back and do more Hannibal. He was talking about this, not a matter of when, but not a matter of how, if, but when. And he said he's very confident that his season will return. Now, of course, they're trying to find a good network with it. And he's just been going back and forth with Brian Fuller, who created the whole project. And Brian Fuller said he's got some great ideas for it, a few ideas. And but he said the problem is he doesn't want to talk about it right now because he's worried about it, spoiling something because he's got some good ideas tied in. There might be a little break between last season and the next one when they do come back, if they do come back. But he's ready to go. Mads Mikkelsen's ready to go. So I'm guessing Hannibal will be coming back to eat some more ears and limbs and livers, I guess, Yum, yum, yum for the tum. Anyways, a lot of breaking news, everybody. a lot of breaking news and cannibalism. I guess we're talking about right now. So that's what happens in movies sometimes. I guess bat juice. Pass. Yeah, Peps. I agree. Hard pass. I don't think I want to see that either. But anyways, a lot of breaking news, everybody. I'm so excited for everybody to have a chance to talk about this too, because again, we got 11 things tonight, Sean. I don't know how many seconds that's going to be, but
5.45.
Look at you.
Oh, gee. GR's beating you to it there, buddy.
Wheels are off the train. Go ahead, buddy. Take care of it.